Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Today is Monday the 1st of March, a nice clean way to start the month, much like February. And today I thought I would start a weekly vlog. My first attempt at one, so I'm not sure how much content I will film. Obviously you'll have a better idea than that of me because you will see how long this video is, whereas at this moment in time I have no idea. But yeah, I thought I would film a few bits throughout the week and just show you what I get up to. Obviously last week I did upload like what I'd been up to in the week, but that was based on just pictures and videos that I'd already taken and just sort of put together, whereas this one's a bit more what's the word, planned, I guess. So yeah, it is Monday afternoon, it's just gone 4 o'clock, so I'm late with starting this. I had to be up quite early this morning to go into town. Uni have given us a pack of modelling materials to help us with our final project, so I had to go and pick that up, and it was a good opportunity to go for a walk with some friends. So I went down by the docks again, and I got better footage and pictures to give you a better idea of what it is down by the docks. I know I showed it twice in last week's video, but I thought I'd show it again, but in better detail. So I'll insert this after, I'll insert that after this, sorry. But yeah, I will keep you updated with whatever I get up to throughout the week. So I'm just about to go into town to go and collect my supplies from uni, and I've just got on this white, is this a turtleneck jumper? Yeah, from, I think it was from New Look Men. I got it from ASOS a couple of years ago now. I've just got it tucked into these grey trousers that, they're quite loose fit, ankle bracer trousers, and they have the stripe down the side that's like a pink and white stripe. I quite like it because I have a tattoo on this ankle, which is the Bauhaus Archive in Berlin, for anyone that knows that building. And it just kind of shows a little bit of that off when I'm walking. It's really funny, my sister hates these trousers. She calls them my Nana Ethel trousers because they remind her of my late great-grandmother Ethel. So it makes me laugh when I put them on, but I love them, so I'm not going to stop wearing them. Just my usual brown leather belt, and then these vintage, I say vintage, they're new Nike trainers, but I think they're called vintage court trainer. Sorry, my finger just went in front of the lens. But these were in the clearance. How many times are you going to hear me say that? They were in the clearance last month, and I think I ended up paying about £30 for them when the RRP was about 70 or 80, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I am actually thinking about doing a clearance fashion haul. I got a lot of stuff in the January sales, and so if you're interested in seeing that, I thought I would just do a quick video on what I picked up. One of the things I picked up is the jacket that I'm going to be wearing, which is this jacket here. It's just a shearling denim jacket that is actually from All Saints. I got it in the John Lewis clearance sale, and I paid a third of the RRP for it. So yeah, because it's quite chilly outside. So yeah, I will go into town and show you around. So I just thought I would show you the supplies that I went to pick up from uni today, because I'm quite impressed at how much they've given us. I wasn't expecting to give us anything at all, to be honest. It was out of the blue, but they believe that model making is a key component of the course, which I would agree with, and so they wanted to help us out. But it was quite a strange experience because I had to walk to my building and queue up outside with a mask on and just go to the front door to be handed this pack and then walk away again. And it's quite sad because I would really love to be working in the studio right now with my friends on my current project, because that's the place where we bounce all our ideas around. But yeah, I'll probably go a bit more into detail on that in a bit, because it's the really sad part of COVID for me personally. I know there's worse things going on out there, but it's the biggest effect it's having on my life. But yeah, I just thought I would show you what we got given. So 1 second, move this chair. Look at the size of this. I could fit inside this bag. Get this chair out. It feels like a haul video, but I haven't paid anything for it, so, you know, well, technically £9,250 a year, but in actual cash value, I haven't paid anything for it. So, let's see. First of all, we have a bunch of different sized sticks of wood. I don't know how well you can see that. There you go. So various different sizes, you can cut it down to size, make, if your building's got a frame structure, then this is really good to show that. So that's really useful, and there's quite a lot of material there. What's in this bag? Ooh, okay, so they have given us a junior hacksaw. You can see that, to cut the wood down with. I don't own a hacksaw, so that's quite nice. They've given us a tube of UHU glue. This you can pick up for £1 in Home Bargains, and it's really good all-purpose glue for making models with, and many other things around the house as well. They've also given us Anita's tacky PVA glue with extra fine precision nib. UHU gets quite messy, whereas PVA isn't, because UHU is stringy, this isn't, so this can sometimes be a bit nicer to work with. What else is in here? This this will be a pack of scalpel blades. So we got given scalpels at the start of uni to cut cardboard with, cut grey board with, mount board, whatever, to help make models. And so this is a pack of blades, because when they're blunted you have to replace them. A bit like a Stanley knife, but it's a scalpel. So that's handy. And then the final thing in the bag is a big roll of double-sided tape. There is loads of that, which is really good. Oh wow. Okay, so this, what size will this will be size A2, and it's all, is it all the same? Yeah, it's like mount board. So it's the same thickness as what you would put in a picture frame to mount the pictures with. I think it's about 10 sheets there. So that's A2 size. So that's really good. Thick quality card. There is a sheet. That's more like A1. These aren't quite A1, I know from experience. We have big piles of these in the studio at uni. They just buy them in bulk. There's 2 sheets of it here. I'm pretty sure that these are 600 by 800 millimeters, and you can put these through the laser cutter, which we unfortunately don't have access to at the moment. But if you're trying to make a model of the terrain that your building is going to sit in, that's really good for that. But they're also good if you just want to do a quick model that you don't really care too much about, because it's easy to cut and it's cheap to use. So that's the cardboard. And then finally, I think, we have, can you see me? This is A1 grey board. There's 3 sheets of that. That's really good, strong grey board. I don't really tend to use it though because it's quite ugly. I mean, cardboard is too, but sorry, I just got a FaceTime call from one of my friends. I was just on about the grey board. I can't remember exactly where I got up to, but basically, I don't really tend to use it. The mount board's better because it's not ugly. Like, this isn't going to make a nice looking model. Cardboard isn't either, but cardboard you use to make models, like I said, that you're not really bothered about, or just like testers, whereas this stuff it's good quality, but it's just not a nice colour to work with. So I'd have to paint it if I use it, but you never know, it might come in handy. And this, actually this isn't is this A1? Yes, no, that is A1 size grey board. I think that is it. So basically, the deal is that at uni, obviously it's shut at the moment, schools are shut, so is uni, but we've been told that even when they're allowed to reopen on the 8th of March, face-to-face teaching will not resume for the rest of the semester, which is really sad, because I graduate, as you might already know, in June, and so I will not have a single tutorial again face-to-face, which is upsetting, but you know, like, what can you do? They haven't said why they've chosen to do it like that, because we are split into small groups of about 10 people, so it's very easy to social distance. The studio space that we use is huge, it's vast, and we were socially distanced before Christmas and it was fine. So it's sad, but there's nothing I can do about that. But we should hopefully have access to the building, so I will again be able to use like the workshop, which has the laser cutter in it to make models with, or loads of different tools to make proper big chunky models with, that you can like buy wood and metal and you can weld, and the band saws and big sanding discs and 3D printing machines, all sorts of different things. They have a lot of equipment down there, which is really good to use, so it'll be good to have access to that. There is also be access to the CAD suite, which is basically an IT suite, but in architecture it's computer aided design. So effectively, when you see a 3D visual of a building, that's called CAD. If you draw any plans on a computer, or sections or elevations, that's all CAD. And I have my own laptop, which it's all right, but the computers in uni are much more powerful, and so I can get my work done a lot quicker on them, so having access to them will be good. Also have more, the library is open, but it's very limited at the moment, so that'll be fully open again, which is good. But yeah, it is disappointing that I won't have that sort of studio time anymore, because the studio is one massive open space, and unless the tutors are in there doing tutorials, it's empty, and so they have no way of policing social distance. Therefore, the studio will not be open, whereas the workshop has the workshop staff, because they're needed to be there for health and safety anyway in case something went wrong, and they can police it to make sure people are staying 2 meters apart, keep their masks on, etc. So therefore, I will not be using the studio again, and that studio space, as an architecture student, was the most important part of the course. It was a space where you were all me and all my course mates are sat around tables, working together, bouncing ideas around, because a lot of us will be working on the same projects. There was so much more inspiration, whereas being sat in your room on your own, you just go brain dead. Ideas do not come and flow as easily. Yes, you can FaceTime your friends and talk to them, but just being in the room where everyone's buzzing off each other and it's a hive of activity, it really gives you the push that you need to get on with work, and the inspiration, where at times I go, ugh, can't be bothered, ugh, I'm bored, ugh, I can't think of any new ideas. And it's taken me an awful lot longer to get my work done, which at a time when it counts most, it's my final project, like I said, I'm graduating in a few months, is quite frankly the worst time possible. And again, please don't think that I think I've got it bad. I know I'm lucky. I'm really fortunate. None of my family and friends have, well, some of them had it, but I haven't lost anyone to COVID. So I haven't seen the true effects of how devastating it can be. But for me, the effect it's had on my uni life is it has affected me definitely, because it's meant I've ended up being back home in York far more than I ever intended to, and I cannot be productive at home. It's too easy to be lazy, it's too comfortable. The dog's there to cuddle with, the TV's there, there's food, and my mum, she's at home a lot, bless her, and I need my own space. And so coming back to Liverpool, I am now definitely more productive, and that is good. But in terms of my uni, I have lost a lot because of COVID. And without a doubt, it's had an effect on my grades. I'm really hoping that I can push myself to achieve a first. At the moment, I'm working at a sort of a high 2-1, and I really want to just get that edge and push it over if I can. So I am working as hard as I can, but it's just so much more difficult than it would be if COVID didn't exist, which is a shame. But there is nothing I can do about it, and I've got to take the positives that we are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, hopefully. Boris has just announced his roadmap, so in a month and a half, shops will be reopening, you can sit outside at the pub with your friends, which will be so nice. As a student, the social aspect of it is another massive part. That's a part that's been lost entirely. I'm lucky that as a single person household I can bubble with some of my friends that live together, but you know, can't go to the pub. The best we can do is take a couple of drinks to the park, which is still nice, but you know, there's just so many different aspects to it. Nights out, and they're all things that I'm at the age now where it's that prime time where once I've graduated and got a job and settled down, I can still do it to an extent, but definitely will never have the freedom that you have at uni, and I will have lost like a year and a half of that. Not a year and a half actually, just a year. But still, it's just gutting, but I'm going to make the most of it. Me and my friends have already started making plans for the summer, which is really exciting. We've just booked Boardmasters, the festival, a few nights down in Cornwall, and then we're hopefully going to have a couple of nights in Devon on the way back up north, but we haven't booked that yet, which will be really good because it will give me an opportunity to go and visit the lovely Kirsten and see her shop in person in Ottery St Mary, so that'll be really nice. Some other friends we're looking at going away abroad if it's possible. This is the other side of things, can't book foreign travel right now, it's a bit silly to risk it. And now is the time where I will be graduating and spending my summer going on long travels for weeks on end, and I would be booking stuff now and have stuff organised, and I've just lost that completely. Like, that's just been taken away, and again, it's sad, but again, gonna make the most of it. Still gonna have a good summer, and we'll see what happens. Everything's really uncertain at the moment, but that's where I'm at. That is how my life is working at the moment. I am just trying to plough on with uni work and achieve the best grade I can. Really hoping that I get a graduation ceremony. At my university we have the Anglican Cathedral in the city centre, and my university have booked that. It is booked for July. I think they said either June or July, and all being well, it will go ahead. If Boris's roadmap actually goes as he wants it to, then that hopefully will happen, but obviously we don't know how things are going to pan out. So I'm just trying to be positive and look at things in a positive light and try and say, yes, like, let's hope that this is going to happen. But I won't lie, at times it's quite difficult. Anyway, this segment is 9 minutes long, so maybe this video is going to be longer than I expected, and if you're still here and have just listened to all that, then well done, because I probably wouldn't have bothered. But yeah, I don't have much planned for the rest of the day. It's now getting on for 5 o'clock, so I'm going to do some more work. make some food, and then I'll probably relax for the evening. I usually end up doing work in front of the TV. But yeah, that is my plans for the rest of the day. So if I don't see you again today, I will hopefully pick you up at some point tomorrow. Good morning on Tuesday. Today I haven't got masses planned. I'm going over to my friend's house, the house that I'm bubbling with. We're all going to sit and do work together. And none of them are on YouTube, so I'm not going to show that because they won't want to be filmed. But yeah, that's the plan for today. If I get up to anything else, or if there's anything that's worth showing you, then I will do. And today's outfit is this collared top from Adidas, just like a quarter zip top with a collar, long sleeved with stripes. I really like the colour of the stripes. Got this a couple of years ago off ASOS, and then my Levi jeans that I got from TK Maxx. So yesterday I filmed a tour of this room, and one thing that I forgot to mention is what happened, well, what I discovered when I came back to Liverpool. So you'll see behind me over there, I have this set of shelves. I think that the room tour's going up before this video, so you probably already have seen that. Anyway, those shelves, they weren't there when I came back. They'd moved, and unfortunately, well, I don't know why I'm smiling, because I'm really annoyed. Of everything that's on here, the thing that broke was the terracotta teapot. Now, it looks okay because I fixed it, but I was literally stood here with this little bud vase, which was 99p from Oxfam, going, why didn't you break? Why didn't you break? You're already crackled as it is. You know, if you'd broken, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. I don't use you for anything, you just look nice. Teapot, I'd quite like to use this teapot. And annoyingly, so I thought that I'd be able to, because I thought, so you can see the lid, you can see the crack there, can't you? That's better. In fact, let me turn you around. So you can see the crack in the lid, and then it's got its own inbuilt strainer here, and you can see on the top there where a bit of the rim of the strainer had cracked off, and I've stuck that back on. And the teapot, sorry, the body of it, absolutely fine, not a problem. However, this handle came off. Now, it is fine, I've been lifting it, and that's fine. And I've been lifting it, obviously, with those attached, and that's fine. But I'm absolutely petrified that if this was full of boiling hot water, that super glue might just give way. I don't know, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think it would be safe to use? It does seem solid, but I just don't want to risk it. Well, basically, it was my most favourite item on the entirety of these shelves, and it was the only damn thing that broke. But yeah, I will insert a picture of what I came back to. Just to add, the reason the shelves fell over is because they don't have the cross bracing support on the back of them. I had it in my trolley when I went to IKEA, and when I got to the car it wasn't there anymore. Well, rather when I was unloading the car. But I checked my receipt and it wasn't on it, so it must have fallen out whilst I was going around the shop. And I haven't been back to IKEA since, so it's just never been cross-braced. And to be fair, I've had them 18 months and I've never had a problem, so I wasn't expecting them to have done that, but I can't blame IKEA because at the end of the day, it was technically my fault. But yeah, so I think I'm going to have to find the cross bracing, because I know they sell some IKEA parts on Amazon, so I'll have to have a look for that. I also just got a really lovely video of my sister, of my dog Charlie on my bed back home. When I leave, my mum strips all the sheets off the bed and just leaves it unmade, and then she'll make it when she knows I'm going back. And so she left a duvet folded up in the middle of the bed, and Charlie has claimed that as another of his beds, so I'll just insert that little clip here as well so you can see what he properly looks like. Good morning on Wednesday. It is a very grey day today. It's not raining or anything, but it's certainly not sunny. And it's quite cold. But I'm not planning on going anywhere, so I can't really complain. It's about 10:20. I'm just sat here with a cup of tea in my Cath Kids and polka dot mug. I think Carla sold one of these the other week for about 16 quid. Which is quite nice to know, but I have no intention of selling it because it's one of my favourite mugs. In fact, I got bought it, God, I was in year 9, so about 7 or 8 years ago, by a girl called Molly, who now has her own, I don't know what you call it, like sheep rescue centre. I know, very unique, yeah, but I haven't spoken to her in about a good 5 years, probably not since I've left school, but thanks for the mug anyway, I'm still using it. But yeah, I've got a tutorial with my design tutor in 10 minutes. I don't know if I already said it's about 10:20. I've been up since 7, just doing uni work. Nothing exciting, and I haven't really got anything exciting planned for the rest of the day. So if I do anything, I will show you. So it's literally 2 or 3 minutes after I filmed that clip, and I just thought I'd come on because, really excitingly, my sister and her boyfriend have just completed on the sale of their first house together. So that means that in about 2 weeks' time, they get the keys to their first ever house, and that's really exciting. They've been looking forward to it for ages. And it's taken forever to go through. There's been a few complications along the way, but I'm really happy for them and I can't wait to go and see it in person. So it's a little bit later on now. I've had my tutorial. I'm just sat here with a frothy coffee that I've made, and I'm gonna carry on doing some work. It was a good tutorial. My tutor was happy with the work that I'd done and was giving me some really good ideas moving forward, so just got to carry on keeping on, as they say. I think that is that a sentence? Is that, oh, I can't, what's wrong with me today? Is that a phrase people use? Or is it's keep on keeping on, isn't it? My God, we got there. So I've just put all the footage I've got so far into iMovie, and it's already at 31 minutes. So I think I'm going to leave it here for now. To be honest with you, I don't have a great deal planned for the rest of the week anyway. Just more uni work. So yeah, if there's anything else of interest that I do this week, I might put that together into a short video, but I just don't think that there will be. So I hope that you have a great week and life's treating you well at the moment and that lockdown's not affecting you too much. But yeah, have a great week.